Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday the 15th of January 2025. In today's Mill News, I can confirm absolutely nothing. Nothing has been confirmed. Romain Nese hasn't gone anywhere. Tom Bradshaw hasn't gone anywhere yet. And we haven't signed anyone yet either. But we do have another player being linked with us, and that player is the young man there on his phone. What's he doing there? Is he on Snapchat? This is from footballleagueworld.co.uk. So take that as you will. And the player in question is Luke Cundle. Luke Cundle. I don't know. Cundle? I don't know how you say it. So, Bristol City and Millwall joined the race to sign Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder Luke Cundle. This is according to a report from Wales Online, who believe the duo are keen on signing the 22-year-old this month. Cundle has been a Wolves player since 2014 when he joined their academy and has previously had loan spells at Swansea City, Plymouth Argyle and Stoke City. Having made just 7 appearances for the Black Country Club, it remains uncertain whether Wolves see him as part of their long-term plans, especially with new boss Vitor Pereira arriving at Molineux late last month. A move back to the Championship therefore seems likely, with significant interest building around the 22-year-old. As detailed above, Wales Online's Tom Coleman is reporting that both the Robins and the Lions are keen on the midfielder. Previously at Football League World, we exclusively revealed that Luke Williams' Swansea and Paul Heckingbottom's Preston North End were weighing up a move for Cundle. So Bristol City, Millwall, Swansea and Preston North End. The aforementioned news outlet has since built on this, and their sources believe that the Swans did make contact with Wolves at a potential move for the 20-year-old. However, those discussions appear to have stalled, leaving the other 3 clubs free to pursue a move. Having had previous success in the second tier, the addition of Cundle is a sure move for any side interested. At present, it remains unclear as to whether his signature will be a permanent or temporary deal, but given his lack of first-team opportunities, it may be time for him to move on from Molineux. With 18 months left on his Wolves deal, he would see his parent club net a decent fee, so you can see why he may be shipped out this window. So yeah, it looks like they've decided, he's not really going to cut it at the Premier League level. So with 12 months, when we get to the summer, it's going to be 12 months left on his contract, so they're probably trying to get clubs interested now, so that they can either buy him now or take him on loan now and then buy him in the summer. Having only made 7 appearances since debuting for the first team in 2019, the 22-year-old needs to seek a permanent home where he can find regular game time. This opportunity would likely arise at many Championship clubs, but Swansea appears to be his best fit, having spent a season on loan there in 22-23. However, much like Bristol City and Millwall, Williams' side has a well-set midfield, which can make it difficult for Cundle to break into their starting 11. Yada yada yada, yada yada yada. So, Luke Cundle. Who dat? Exactly. This is the Wikipedia page. He's 22 years old. He's going to be 23 in April. He's born in Warrington. So, he was at Warrington from the age of 8 to 10. And then he was at Burnley from the age of 10 to 12. He joined Wolves at the age of 12. So to go, I don't know if his family moved anyway, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to go to Wolves," or specifically, he's okay. I guess maybe where were Burnley at that time? They must have been in the Premier League, though, no? So I guess seems to be quite ambitious, and they thought, he's quite talented, that they would move their family to Wolves when he was a 12-year-old. Because they had an offer for Wolves for him to go in his academy. If that's what's happened, that's interesting. He seems to be a child prodigy. Now, I'm not going to read all the guff. I'm looking at the numbers. So, season 21-22, Wolverhampton Wanderers, they're in the Premier League. He starts, well, I don't know if he starts, I think this might be subs as well. So he's involved, let's say, in 4 Premier League games. So remember, this day, right now, in the year of our Lord 2025, he's 22 years old. So that is what, 3 seasons ago. 3 seasons ago. So when he's 19 years old, he's featuring 4 times in the Premier League at 19. And in the FA Cup and in the League Cup. Now, 19. So he was on the fringes. The following season, no games in the Premier League. So they probably got him in, had a look at him, and felt, he's not quite ready yet. He needs game time. Where is he going to get the game time? Well, out on loan. And here we go. So 21-22, he's a bit part player for Wolves. 22-23, a whole season loan at Swansea. 32 games he's played in the league. 34 games overall. 2 goals he scored. And then the season after, again, it goes back on loan to the Championship. This time starts off out at Plymouth, and then for some reason he was playing for them. I would imagine, given what I know, that Plymouth is insane, a long way away from probably where he was based or where he was living, having being like the most southwesterly of the Championship teams. So he's probably thought, you know what, I can't, this travelling. But he stuck it out, he played all his games, and he's thinking, I can't. Can I get a loan move closer to where I live in the middle of the country? Goes to Stoke, Midlands club, sort of. And he plays 16 games for them. So overall, in his career, 88 games, 9 goals. Most of them have been in the Championship. At 22. One other thing to note, if you caught it, 1.7 metres high. He's 5.7. He's attacking midfielder. So he's a wee lad. So, in terms of, balls in the air, certainly not one for him. So, yeah, that's... So in terms of this, it seems to be he is a very solid, decent Championship player. Which is deemed by Wolves not to be a Premier League standard. Now, is that for him or for them? Maybe another Premier League team might come in for him, but in that story that I just showed you, the 4 Championship teams are coming in for him. Now, is that because Wolves have want to loan him out with a chance to sell him on, like I said, a loan with a fee attached if the loan club wants to buy him? That might be a thing. And they might think, it's easier to do that for a Championship team rather than a Premier League team. But, the lad, what does the lad think? Does he think he's good enough for the Premier League? Is he quite happy to move to the Championship? Now, here's the thing. If the reason why his loan at Plymouth was curtailed was because of the distance of Plymouth being the most southwesterly of the Championship teams, we are the most southeasterly of the Championship teams. So that might be one thing that counts against us. And I would say that not only in terms of where the ground is, but where obviously the training ground is, because that's where most of the work of the players are going to be doing. So I would say these players that are at these Midlands Cup, I would imagine, maybe, if Burnley get promoted, maybe they might look at him. If I was him, I would wait until, I would wait till someone probably try and get a Premier League move. Burnley might come in for him, someone else might come in for him, but for the here and now, if Millwall were to sign him, just based on this, seems like a very good signing, to be honest. But let's have a little look at this. So this is from whoscored.com. and he hasn't done anything this season, so I don't know what's going on. Has he been injured? Did he not make the squad list? Because obviously teams in the Premier League, I think they have a list of 25 players that they're allowed to use. Has to be listed in their squad. But the youth players don't count. So players from your own youth academy that come through don't count towards your 25. So you can literally have as many of them as you want. So he would be in one of them, but he's still not. Still hasn't featured. Not even the League Cup. So, but despite that, they say strengths: passing, through balls, key passes. Weakness: aerial duels. Well, he's 5'7", of course. And moving on again to his previous games. Solid little rating. So you can see here, if we go back to the Premier League where he started 2 games in the Premier League and he came on in 2. So now we know that. 180 minutes in the Premier League, passing accuracy of 93.2, rating of 6.34. Okay. So he just seems, you see the rating here, nothing really special, just pretty, solid player. Averaging 6.5. Really. He can pick a pass. His passing accuracy is quite high. So there's that. He can chip in with a few goals. 3 goals in this season, 2 goals in that season, 3 goals again. But again, all in the Championship. Assists, so 5 assists at Plymouth, 4 assists at Swansea, 2 assists at Stoke. A few yellow cards, not insanely high. Shots per game. Okay. Only picked up 1 man of the match every season. So obviously, man of the match according to WhoScored.com based on the ratings. So the highest rated player in each game. If we spin through some of this stuff, does he tackle? Not really. Okay, well he's more of an offensive player, so cool. Not really a dribbler though, he's a passer. He is key passer. 1 per game. Doesn't get offside. Dispossessed of the ball. Got for some reason in the EFL Cup was now this is a thing. So I don't know who Plymouth played in the EFL Cup last season. They had 2 appearances. Did he get the special treatment? Dispossessed 2.5 times per game average. So can he get out muscled? But that was in that. In the league games, it's pretty low. So I think there might be a one-off. Passing wise, average passes about 30 per game. 30 per game. Again, the accuracy is quite high. Not many long balls, but again, in that EFL Cup, 2 long balls per game average. So there you go, decent player, still young, very young, 22. To be a regular starting player in the Championship at 22, you would imagine the type of player that you could sign. Give him 3-year contract, 4-year contract, and at the end of it, he should be at his peak. He should be, as long as he doesn't go off the rails and he keeps on keeping on, he should be like firing on all cylinders at the end of the contract. So yeah, but as I said, I think obviously Football League World, they've literally thrown on names. Well, they got it from Wales Online, to be fair. They didn't make it up themselves. It wasn't sources said, but I would say he's either going to stay close to the Midlands or he's going to go back up to the Northwest. But, there you go. Now, as I said, we haven't signed anyone. We haven't, let anyone go yet. The Bradshaw deal is supposed to be confirmed today. Hasn't been confirmed. So let's just take a look at the transfers that have been confirmed via courtesy of the bbc.co.uk transfer website. Now Hull, we are playing Hull on Saturday. They've signed Joe Gelhardt on loan from Leeds United. Now, is that because they're selling Ryan Longman? Not to us, to Oxford. Gary Rowett's going in for Ryan Longman again. So, who else in our division? Anyone? Not really. Derby. Derby have signed Lars Jorgen Salverson. And then yesterday's transfers, just some player leaving Leeds. Before that, Anis Ben Silamin moving from Sheffield United to Norwich. A kid from Sunderland going out on loan. That's about it. Again, there's bits and pieces, not much going on. So yeah. Now moving on to this, we're still dealing with post-match comments from the Dagenham game, which was on Monday and will win out Wednesday. So Alex Neil pleased with Millwall duo after they make their first starts of the season. This is from southwarknews.co.uk. Alex Neil assessed Adam Mayer and Billy Mitchell's performances positively after the pair made their first starts of the season in Millwall's 3-0 victory over Dagenham and Redbridge in the FA Cup third round on Monday. Mayer suffered a hamstring injury before pre-season and only resumed first-team training in October. Since then, he's been building match fitness with the under-21s and was an unused substitute in Mill's last 4 fixtures. Mitchell picked up a thigh injury during pre-season and did not return until December the 9th when he came off the bench against Coventry City after featuring in a number of under-21 fixtures. I thought they did fine. I thought Billy was industrious. I thought he was good. I thought he moved the ball well. I thought Adam went to get into some good positions. You know what? He's got his pace, and so he can go outside and deliver a good ball. So I think we just need to make sure there's more volume in that, in terms, making sure we're getting into good areas and putting more quality in the box. But, right across the board with all the lads, I was really pleased tonight. Short and sweet. I think they just held that back because they needed something to post on Wednesday, and then it makes you wonder, did they know? I thought they told us that the Bradshaw thing was happening today. Why would they hold post-match comments from Monday if they knew there was going to be a breaking story on Wednesday? So when is this? Is it going to get announced on Friday? Because obviously we've got the under 18 game tomorrow, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But before that, this again from southwarknews.co.uk. We're getting loads of information. Casper De Norre on Alex Neil's training sessions, improving Mill's goal scoring record, and getting a break after a busy festive period. Casper De Norre said Mill boss Alex Neil had started to implement his tactical ideas after a hectic first week in charge. Neil was appointed head coach on December the 30th and took charge of the Lions' 1-0 loss against Oxford United only 2 days later, before leading Mill to a 2-2 draw against Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. The Lions had more than a week's rest before their trip to Sheffield and the FA Cup third round tie with Dagenham and Redbridge on Monday, January the 13th, giving Neil time to impart instructions to his players. Well, I've not really had the opportunity to chat with him much on a personal level, more about things on the pitch during training sessions, De Norre said after Mill's 3-0 win against the Daggers. We're getting loads of information now, especially this week. I think the first week was more about games. It's not really about his own ideas of how he wants to see us play. I think that started, really this week, and we worked a lot on the pitch, and it was a lot of stop and go on the pitch, like trying to explain things, loads of information. But I think that's good if we can pick up a few things now already, and you'll probably get things wrong, but we can probably see it afterwards on video or something, and then we can work and build on that. One of Neil's top priorities is getting Mill scoring again. The Lions have gone 17 consecutive games without scoring more than one goal. The Scotsman snapped that streak in his second match in charge after Mill scored twice against the Owls and continued to pour in the goals against the Daggers, including a second-half volley by the Belgian to put the Lions up 2-0. Well, today was a great opportunity because, you're going to have the ball a little bit more and you're going to probably going to score goals, De Norre said. I think we did some bits well. There are obviously bits we can do a bit better still, but it's good for confidence, to score 3 goals. And now we just keep working in the training ground to get those attacking patterns in and, try and create chances. And when asked if there had been an emphasis on working on full play in training, De Norre said, oh yes, also I think just in our approach to press higher, because if you recover it higher in the pitch, obviously you're closer to the goal. If you're 70 yards away, it's obviously more difficult. So also to go up a little bit high, a little bit more high pressing and, get the ball on their half maybe, and then you're closer to the goal and you can create more chances. When asked if Neil had tried to adjust how he played, De Norre said, oh, not really, I think he tries to implement a little bit more ideas with the ball. So I think obviously I'm also a player who likes to give these passes in between and then switch his play. He tries to work a little bit so everyone understands his role. And we have clear patterns of, what we're doing at which moment. So we worked on that, but, nothing personal for me. As well as giving Neil time to implement his tactical ideas, the week preceding Mill's FA Cup tie gave the players time to rest after a hectic festive period. The Lions played 5 games in 2 weeks, which took a toll. Oh, this is my first time doing it without a winter break in my career, actually, because last year I was injured during that period. It was tough, it was definitely challenging, but, we had a few days rest afterwards. And I could go home a little bit, spend some time with my family and friends, and that was really good to clear my mind and then go back to work. Indeed. It's work. It is work at the end of the day. Who likes their job? No one, really. Now, we're going to finish with this. Now, this is... I'm not sure about this. You sure about that? No, I'm not sure about that. So, this is what the club are doing. So, this is from millfc.co.uk. So, obviously, there's a FA Youth Cup game tomorrow, 4th round game away at Man City. And they've decided to only show it on Millwall TV Plus. So, there's no match passes. So, unless you are subscribed to Millwall TV Plus, you cannot watch it, which I am subscribed to Millwall TV Plus. I paid a £60, a couple of seasons ago, and then it automatically renewed, which is another one of the reasons why I'm not sure about this. So, you can watch the game on Millwall TV Plus. The Lions face a trip to current holders Man City in the 4th round on Thursday night, tomorrow, kick-off 7pm, and Millwall TV Plus subscribers can watch the game live. Not a subscriber? ? Supporters can purchase either a monthly or annual Millwall TV Plus subscription, which is the only way to watch the game. I'm not sure about that. Obviously, what they are doing is, because obviously they have the rights to this game, they've sold their rights to the first team games to whoever was it, Sky, collectively the league, but they have the rights to this, and they're using the rights to try and parlay that into getting you to sign up to a Millwall TV Plus subscription. And if you click on that thing at the bottom where it says subscribe to Millwall TV Plus, click here. That'll take you to here. And annual subscription is £50, which I paid 60, so I'm pretty sure when it renewed it was 60, so maybe I should cancel it and then resubscribe, because apparently I paid £10 extra. But it does say, to be fair, it does say, please note, this subscription will renew automatically unless you cancel. So again, if they were to sell a match pass to this, they have sold match passes to youth games in the past, generally about £3. So obviously the processing costs of charging you £3, you have to pay with your credit card or whatever. The credit card company takes a fee or whatever, all the processing stuff, the ticket site, whatever. They're not going to see much of that. But I imagine if they say, well, you pay £5 for this game, but it's bundled in with a month's worth of Millwall TV Plus, And what you get with that, you get... Now, to be fair, they have been putting more extra stuff on Mill TV Plus. The QPR under-21 game that I told you about, that I went to at the start of the month, or 2 weeks ago, a week ago, they put the full match replay of that on Mill TV Plus. You could watch that whole game. And they put the first team games, full match replays, generally on like a Monday. They put them on Mill TV Plus. You can watch. They put all these interviews on Mill TV Plus. There's all this content that they're putting on there. So, it's not that they're not giving you anything. It's quite cheap for what they're giving you. But the fact that they're not selling match passes to this game, and they're trying to get you to sign up to this thing which auto renews if you forget, which is a bit... I'm not sure about that. But it's up to you. If you do want to watch the game tomorrow, you're going to have to, I guess, sign up to this or try and find a stream, because it is on City's streaming thing, but it's an under 18 game. Is that going to be anywhere? I don't know, but... So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.